Hi guys, happy Wednesday. I hope that you guys are having a good week. Um, Today I thought that we would do, we're in the holiday season. So we're gonna be doing a lot of holiday crafting. So here's what I've kind of picked out, and I'll tell you what my game plan is. Um, so this, I feel like this one never gets enough love. Let me take me off so that you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. Okay, so I feel like this set, I really like it. I really like this set, and I've used it a lot. This is the Lovely Layers Seasonal Signs, and it also comes with a stencil, and so then it gives you like all the seasons: winter, summer, spring, and fall. And so I thought that we could play around with that and then do maybe like some add-ons of things. So this is the Lovely Layers mini holiday florals, because these are going to be better sized for our sign. And then these are the layering snowflakes. This is like before, these came out before we had our Lovely Layers series, but like they fall right along with that same thing, even though they don't have necessarily that name. And then I picked out the mini messages holiday, and then for that is the mini messages banners and sentiment banners. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, so I pulled out those. I figured we make our own little thing. So yeah, so that is the game plan. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hi Kelly, are you not cold? Susan, I am not, because see my so my husband, I'm gonna talk while I get my little things out. My wonderful husband kept it at 71, and so I complained the other day that I was chilly, and that when we got married we had agreed on setting it at 72, which is true, by the way. So I just wanted to point out here, in this paper pack, in this Merry Moments paper pack, if I can find it, there is remember this card? What do we do with this card? This card that we just did on Monday, this card that has the pattern paper, like here's its friend. So this was once one piece of paper, and then we cut it and we turned it into a card on Monday. So if you wanted to do something similar with this card, and maybe I'll use it for something different. Maybe I'll do 2 cards in the actual like replay video. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm going slow because I can't find the one I'm looking for by going fast. Where are you? Why are you being so tricky to find? Is it like the first one? Is that why I'm missing it? Here it is. This has this cute little wreath in here. And so, you would cut it in half, and then this would be the other side of your card. You could incorporate like this as your background with your sign, and that would be cute. I'm not going to do that today. We're going to make our own. But just as an idea. Anyhow, my husband, I told him the other day I was chilly at 71. And when we first got married, we agreed that we would do 72 as the intermediate. So today he has turned it up to 73, which I am not complaining. It just doesn't mean, it means I just don't need my robe. Okay. Oh, everybody wants snow. Well, I can tell you, as somebody who had to drive in the snow yesterday when I was taking Jelly Bean to dance class, you can have mine. You can have mine. I don't want it. I only want snow when I don't have to leave my house. Then I think it's beautiful, and it falls silently, and I adore it, and it's very pretty on the outside. But if I have to go out into the world, I don't want it. Okay. I am cutting multiple pieces at one time, which isn't necessarily the best way to get the most accuracy, but it is the fastest way to get a lot of paper cut. All right, so I'm going to pick out, I think I kind of already have in my mind and my idea of what I want to do. We have snow, don't love driving on it. Same. I'm from Michigan and I said it at 67. Woo! I'm bundling up if I come to your house. If I come visit you, I'm coming. What are those things called? When it's like a robe, but a blanket. It's a robe blanket. It's a shacket. No, what is that called? All right, so I want the bow out of this, I think. No, maybe the mittens. Maybe the mittens. Those would be cute. And we'll do like a little snowflake behind it. I do like this sign. A Snuggie. Susan. Yes. Thank you. So I like this sign. That's cute. And then we could do the mittens kind of hanging down, the sentiment underneath it. But I do want to incorporate the snowflakes. Maybe I could, what about the round one? What do you guys think for shape? I feel like a circle is just, I don't know. Oh, I'm going to chip my nail polish trying to get this up. Hi from Sweden. Thanks for coming. All right. So this is the holder, I think, for the circle one. And then we could do the mittens hanging down. Maybe I will do the circle one. It gives me a little bit more room. So, and by the way, this doesn't just have seasons in here. It also has like little colored pencils and stuff. So if you have like teachers in your lives. All right. So we're going to do that. And I just got to get this back. None of them want to stay where I put them. Go to your home. Okay. So this, this is the holder for this. I'm pretty sure. So we need that. We're still going to try the mittens. I am going to cut some greenery, I think. Oh, Kim, that's so nice. Thank you so much. Catching you live, your inspiration's me. You're very kind. Thank you. Under a pile of papers. What are we making? We are making with the Lovely Layer seasonal sign. That is what we are making with. I'm going to move this down here. Okay. I'm going to grab some greenery. These look like that looks like a monstera leaf, which is definitely going to be more tropical. And these look like oak. I'm pretty sure that's oak leaves. So I am going to dip into my holiday mini florals. I love these things. These are such a good, like it's just a different scale. So it's super helpful when you're trying to do something a little bit different, you know, and incorporate your different elements. Okay, I'm going to grab this looks like a eucalyptus. You had to quit watching an old video for this live. That's okay. They'll be there. You can go back. And then this one actually goes to the anemone, but I'm going to cut a couple of those anyway, because I might want them to kind of stick in between the other branches. You know what I'm saying? Now, I am going to tell you that I'm not going to cut the snowflake because I have spares. I know that sounds crazy. Because normally I don't cut spares. Normally I don't cut spares. But it's probably because it has the adhesive on the back of it is why I did that. Okay, so I think we're good on stuff here. I might have to come back. Are these for, this is for the hanger. What are these? Let me look at this real quick. Yeah, the little hangers are for that. Okay, but I'm going to cut a little hanger actually to maybe use with my mittens. We'll see. And then I'm going to move this one out of the way. Okay. I'm fluffing my Christmas tree and watching Praying Off Awful. Beth, you better be careful, girl. Don't be falling. You know I'm traumatized right now from falls. I'm watching. Just got a weather update. Snow's coming overnight. No, Naomi, don't say that to me. I don't want it anymore because I don't want it anymore. All right, so these are like these are OG layering. That's why like they're not pre-clipped. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I have used these so many times in so many videos and I have never cut them because I just cut a bunch at one time because it's easier. But so then these ones back here, I actually cut, I put some adhesive on the back of it here. So that way when I peel them off, they're just like stickers. And so I have a couple of them that are already cut out. Though I might want one of these big ones instead of the little ones. How big is the biggest one on here? Not big enough. So we might be actually switching. We might be switching to see. I live in Florida Panhandle. It should be cold, but it was 37 this morning. Oh, 37 in Florida? Oh no. Dawn cannot be having that. Do you still have those snowflakes in stock? Yes, Susan, they still sell them. I will, if you can wait until the end, I will put the link in the description. All right, because I like these, and I use them all the time. There's Dawn. She must be in the Panhandle. Deborah did say she was. All right, so now I have a bunch of stuff pulled out because I'm working on our tag class, and I'm pretty sure I had pulled out the big snowflakes. Did I not? Maybe they're in this pile over here. Hold on. Yep, they are. Okay. Let's see size-wise. What I would like on this sign. I think this one might be too big. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see about you. Come see about me. Okay. I like that one better. I like that one better because it's not like edge to edge. So I'm gonna cut this one out of white as well. And then I'll add my glitters later. Because you know I'm gonna add glitter. You know who I am. I cannot fight my true self. All right, let's see if we do this catty corner, can we fit them on there? And then the little hanger, maybe down here. Okay. We got a couple of different leaves, a couple of different branches, some little snowy guys. You know, I wet my washcloth and then I left it in my bathroom. Bye, Kelly. Why are you the way you are? Okay. Oh, sorry. There was a bug. There was a gnat. I did get the Zevo things you guys told me to get, by the way. I did get that, and it's downstairs. So I don't know how that little one escaped, but I can't have him just be out and about in my craft room because my coffee's open. You know what I'm saying? I can't risk it. Can't risk it. Okay. Oh. Now I gotta turn this so it'll. Okay. Don't you want a bow? I don't think I want a bow right now because I'm going to have the mittens and the bow will cover up the mittens. I might come back to it. You're right. I might regret not cutting it right now, but I'm going to give it a try. Okay. Mine are from my plants. I'm spraying them down with neem oil. I'm only watering when I absolutely have to, and still I have to chase the gnats out. It's I don't have as many. I don't have as many as I did before, but I still hate that I have them at all. Okay. Yeah, I read that somewhere, Dawn. Like something about the water. Or maybe that was mushroom and not mosquito. I can't remember. There were a lot of people who had a lot of suggestions about how to get rid of the plant gnats. But some of them I cannot utilize because I have pets and small children. Okay. Oh, that was loud. See, my little guy still has my bits in it from the card we did the other day. Still has bits. Hi, Brandon. Dawn, where do I get these mosquito bit things? Just at like Home Depot, or do I have to go to a plant place? We do go to Petitti's to do our Santa pictures. Amazon has them, and so does Walmart. Thanks, Susan. I'll have to look the next time I put an order in. Okay. I'm trying to take these off from the back because I do have pink nail polish on, and I don't want to scrape my nail polish across my die cuts. You know what I'm saying? Oh, should have known that was going to happen. All right. I'm just trying to pop this little guy out. Hi, Hockey. Denise, you're not late. You know we're going to be here a while. It's just the way things go. Okay. Snowflake. I'll pop all the little things out after I'm done. Okay. I need to get this out of here. I haven't seen Lori yet, Brandon. I am also very curious. Oh, Denise might be on my channel if you guys can't see her. I don't like missing the process, and your stories are therapy free. Denise, that's so nice. Thank you. I'm glad that I can help make your day a little bit better. That makes me happy. Okay, so we don't need to cut these again. We don't need to cut those again. We do need to cut more leaves. We don't need another snowflake, because if I need littler ones, we already have those. I do need this. I do need this and this. I do not need this. I do need this. All right. So now let's cut our multiples again. Smaller piece of paper this time, I think. Yeah, so actually, I was just telling Dawn this the other day. Like, I'm not sure what to do because I wasn't aware that, like, it split the chats so that you guys couldn't see each other. And so I know that that can be kind of confusing. But I mean, I could just do it on the Honeybee channel and then just do the edited replay on my channel. What are your guys' thoughts? Tell me what you think. Because I feel like there's way more in, it's Basilius something, something or other. You can put the bits in the soil or make a tea with them and water your plants with it. Okay. So we like to be one chat, but I'm sure there's amazing people on your channel. So I do get like this. I'm just being truthful with you guys because I see no reason not to be transparent. I do the lives get more views on my channel. But I don't necessarily know that the people on my channel are doing the chat. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how important that is. They might be just as happy to, yes, Molly, how can I help you? Girl, what is it? What do you need? How may I be of assistance? I let you out right before we came upstairs, so that cannot be it. All right, go on, baby. Go. Scoot. My dog. I try to bounce between the two channels. Chat can be overwhelming. Yeah. I do see how that could be possible. So I get if people that don't want to chat watch your channel. Yeah, I do get that. So, all right. Well, I don't go to JM's lives for that reason. Because there's too much, because the chat's overwhelming, Brandon? Is that what you're saying? Jennifer, that's why I think, like, she has Mike, and then she also has multiple moderators. Like, there's no way she's keeping up with the chat that's going on. That would just be impossible for her to be able to keep up with that. All right. Can you go in here? Nope, you're just a smidge too wide. But I can put these in here. Okay. Stop sticking to each other. Okay, there we go. I like this chat. It's more about catching up. Yeah, this chat is definitely is definitely a little bit more intimate. Melissa, I should not have watched Jennifer last week. I did some serious Black Friday craft shopping. Yeah. She does put together a really great list. It is hard to stay away. Lisa. The HB chat is more active than chat on your channel, but more live views on your channel. Yes, Dawn, that's accurate. So I don't know what the right answer is. I guess we'll just keep doing what we're doing, and we'll see how it goes. Okay. I don't know how many of these I need. I think I'm going to do just this little one. Come on, little guy. There we go. Okay. Because those are just like my filler leaves. So I'd like to have a couple extra of those. Friend, come out. Okay. Saving up now to get the nativity set from Honeybee when it's back in stock. Oh, Melissa, it's so pretty. It's such a good set. If you like die cuts, like that is a great card. Okay. And okay, so I think I'm going to do maybe one more of these because I feel like that's easy to cut apart and use differently if I just want one or the other. And then I'm going to do these guys wherever I can fit them in, just to have a couple of little extras. Just a couple of little extras. I do try to do the die cutting when I can before I start. But I was putting I know it was only noon at the time, but I was putting dinner in the crock pot because then I can be done with thinking about dinner for the rest of my day. Dawn and I were just talking yesterday. What are you making for dinner? What are you making for dinner? And it just plagues you all day long about what you have to make for dinner. So I am using pre-made meatballs, but I am making my own spaghetti sauce in the crock pot. And then that way tonight I will just have to make the noodles. Hi, Kim. Dinner's going to haunt me all day today. Yeah, girl. Every day of our lives. I'm working on a house card, first non-honeybee dies. I've used it a long time and making me realize how superior they are. They are really well put together. And sometimes if all you use is a company that puts theirs together really well, you don't realize how good they are at it until you try to use another one. Okay. So, okay, Lori is having an issue with her Olos that it was like too juicy and it leaked everywhere. So, Lori, I would contact them. I had that happen with one and they sent me a new one. Or find like an Apple card that you just want to use all the red. You can do that and it will help use up some of the ink. When I ask him what we have, he says the same stuff we had yesterday. Yeah. But Melissa, okay, so he makes the dinner. Melissa, imagine being him. Imagine being him and having to come up with who is making what for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. Every time I ask my husband what he wants for dinner, he always answers chicken cordon bleu because he knows I'm not going to make it. So he gives me the idea. And then I did make it one time. And I think he suspected that there was something wrong with it. Because it's just like anything that's wrapped, stuffed, like, that's a lot. That's a lot for this girl. I don't want to do it. Okay. Yeah, see, these I think might work for our little mittens. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, when you suggest something, then he's like, nah. Well, then that's on him. French onion soup from Trader Joe's. I've never had that. Okay. Mittens, leaves. Top of mittens. Leaves. Okay. So now let's look at the stencil here to see. I'll ask what he wants for dinner, and he says, I don't care, whatever. It instantly becomes fun for yourself. Yeah, I wish my kid, I cannot wait for my kids to be old enough to fend for themselves. I do also, I love having my husband home, but on the nights that he works late, like dinner can be substantially easier because I can just make what I want or what the kids will eat. Okay, so let's look at these real quick if you haven't seen them before. So this, oh, we need a darker color so you can actually see them. Hold on. Will this red work? Okay. Here, there's a wood grain pattern here that you can use. And then it has like the different, this is obviously Halloween, spring, and the colored pencil. This one has just a regular hello fall, hello summer, hello winter, and then back to school. And then this is more like, it has the cutouts. So this one says hello fall, and then these would get stenciled around it, the little pumpkin and the mushrooms. So you would do the stenciling of the words first and then line it up here. There's the tulips. These are clouds, sun, monstera leaves. And then these are more for the winter with the, so maybe I will do the wood grain more on the edges and then do the little wintry scene just to kind of fill that in. Maybe I'll just do the snowflakes around the edges. Okay, let's play. Kim, the hardest part to me was the trim of the kings and Joseph. It goes on top, not beside. Kelly calls it out in her video. Dude, that totally confused me. It totally confused me. It took me to the last king to figure it out. Mm-hmm. All right. Sticky bat. I am going to what? Okay, let's figure out our color scheme. I would like to do some like blue greens in my greenery and some bright green. The snowflake I would like to be white. So we have a blue green, we have white. Orange isn't really, maybe I'll do a red and like a light pink, maybe. That would kind of pop. If we do, yeah, let's try that. Okay. So I'm going to do a brown, I think, for my my actual door. As soon as I find my brush. I remember cleaning them off and throwing them somewhere. Yep. That is exactly what I did. Okay, so this is brushed corduroy. I'm going to be very light-handed here because I am going to go over it with the stencil to add that wood grain. I am turning it because I want the darker edge to be on the outside. I hate cooking and I have to do it every day for my mom. I would just eat cereal and make bean burritos every day if it was just me. Graham, because my mom obviously cooked every night also when she would have anyway, for her and my dad, but she also cooked for my grandmother. And but on the days where like they were making something that maybe Graham was not interested in, she liked those like the pre-made frozen dinners. I think it was from Stouffer's. Like those were the ones that weren't too bad. So mom would have a couple of those on standby for Graham when she was making something that maybe Graham was not a fan of. I love eating. I can't eat the same thing 2 days in a row though. Ooh, then you got to be making something new every night, sir. Hi from England, enjoying watching you, Kelly. Thank you, Donna. And Dina made it from Texas. Usually leftovers go to the weekends for fend for yourself. So when you're doing the weekend fend for yourself, do you not eat the leftovers? All right, we're doing the wood grain here. So you can do it side to side. You could do it up and down, whatever works for you. And I think we're going to go side to side. This piece right here, I think is not going to stay very well. So I am going to use some pixie spray. I can't show it to you because I have to do it over my garbage can. Otherwise I'll be spraying glue everywhere. everywhere. Oh, she's on a low sodium diet, so you have to be careful. That does make sense. Okay. All right. So I'm going to, and you want to make sure you have the back, like look at where your writing is. And I'm going to hold this over my trash can and just lightly okay. Why can't I get this cap back on? Nope, one-handed, I can't do it. All right. So, and then you're supposed to let it dry for a minute. Close enough for government work. And then put it down. Okay. So now that should be easier in keeping all those little bits into place. I'm going to do the brush corduroy for the wood grain. Leftover chili is the best. You know what? I was so on the fence today. I was going back and forth about whether or not I should make chili or if I should make pasta. But then my son was the deciding factor because he doesn't eat chili. So I was like, well, that's fine. I'll just make pasta. And then with the leftover ground beef, I'll make chili another day. I'm being very light-handed because remember, I do want to do some inking over top of this. Okay, there's our little wood grain. I have to set this aside because I forgot my washcloth. Am I going to have to, I think I'm going to have to go get it because I have to wipe this off. Do I need this again? I don't know. Let's see. We're going to do this one. Maybe I'll just do the dots and stuff around the edges. That will require me to mask. So I'm going to use this a little bit differently because I know I want to put that big snowflake in the middle. So I'm going to do these kind of all around the edges. The nice thing about chili is you can have baked potatoes and throw it on top. You know, I've never eaten them that way, but I have heard people doing that. All right. I'm going to do the pigment ink with the little snowflakes here. And just kind of bounce them in. Because we want it to be subtle in the background. We don't want it to be too busy. Those are cute. Chili on top of a hot dog. Yeah, my mother loved a good chili dog. She would make, what is it called? Coney sauce. She would make that for cookouts because she liked them. My mom would not eat a hamburger off of the grill, but she would eat a hot dog. She was a very picky eater. Okay, this seems to be working pretty well. Okay. Hockey. Thank you for putting the pixie spray up there. Yeah, Honeybee does carry it. That is where I buy mine. That's like because of the Black Friday sales going on and stuff. Like that's when I get in there and get all my consumables. In fact, I think I got a notification yesterday that my package had shipped. So I was excited about that. Okay. And I think this should be the last one. We might have just a smidge that's left open that I can go in maybe with one and get it. So you could like go in here and add like heat embossing to these, and that would be really cute to help them stand out more. But since we intend to put things on top of it, I'm trying to make sure that we stay pretty subtle. So this part right here does look like it needs a little helping hand. So I'm just gonna take this little guy right there and add him in. So that way, there we go. That spot isn't. Oh, am I supposed to be on honeybees? Oh, if you want, Kat, if you want to participate in the chat, the honeybee chat is much busier than my regular channel. All right. And again, set it to the side because we don't have anything to clean it up with. Okay. So then we'll put our little, I gotta poke my stuff out. Okay. You guys know that I love to double check. So then we'll put the big snowflake in the middle. That's good. I don't think it competes. It just adds a little interest into the background there. Okay. Now, so that goes on that. And then I think we'll do the trim white. I think we'll do the door hanger. Maybe dark brown. Maybe dark brown. One of these white though, I think. If we're going to use it to do the mittens. All right, let's zoom us in here so we can get into the coloring. Use buttermilk and a little bit of sugar. It's called Mount Vernon cornbread. Did you know you can make your own buttermilk by adding a tablespoon of white vinegar to a 1 cup of milk? Like I just put my tablespoon in and then I fill up the rest of the cup with milk. Then I don't have to buy buttermilk because I won't use it for anything else. And then you just leave it sit for like 5 minutes. I only put it in like I'm not drinking it. That's why, but like I put it in like my pancakes and stuff. All right. Going in with the white. I wish we had pixie dust spray, Deborah. I would use that on everything. Okay. So I'm just going to add a little shading to the left and the right hand side. And then here, we're just going to pick the part that's going to be on top. So I'm going to add shading here, and I'm going to add shading here, and that will put that loop on top of the other. And then we'll go in with our C3. We want it to be white, so we're just adding some shadows. We're not getting crazy. And then the C1. Okay. And then I am going to add just a little bit up from the bottom here so it's not quite stark white. Someone write down in the chat what she said about how to make your own buttermilk so I can take a screenshot. It's 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, and then fill up the rest of your cup, 1 cup, 8 ounces, with regular milk. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Ta-da, buttermilk. All right. So now let's pick out our colors for everything else. Okay. So I did say I would like a teal. I think we're going to do more of a subdued teal. BG 75, 72, 75, 78. Okay. Then maybe we'll do the hearts red. Where did I put my, oh, it's over here in the picture taking. Okay. So then the reds and then a pink, but I think I want you guys to know, this is how you know that you have small children. I made a rhyme. Okay. Pink. I think I made a rhyme. And do you know, in my head, because I have been reading One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish for so long, I immediately launched into a yink likes to drink ink. What kind of ink does a yink like to drink? Pink ink. Yeah. Okay. That's how you know you have small kids. And that's probably not even like all the words, but you get what I'm saying. All right, 55, 52, 55, 66, maybe? Where is it? 66. Okay. Okay, so then we have our pink. I don't think we need to go out this dark, but just to get our colors in order here. And then we'll do 99, 95. Do I have 97? 97 going once, going twice? I put you back in your home. Why can I not find you? Are you also over here in the picture? You sure are. Okay. So I think that's a good combination. And then maybe like a true green. G 17 will do, and then a G07. All right, so we've got a blue green, a yellow green, and a true green. This might be a little bit bright, but we'll burn that bridge when we get there. Okay. Oh, and then I need to do the hanger. So I need browns for that. 59, 57, 55. Okay. Now that we have our color scheme going, and yeah, I think we're good. Okay. So I'm going to scoot this over. So I can move these over. And I'm going to do the eucalyptus in these blue greens. Okay. 72, 75, 78. Can you see? Do I need to zoom in more? Tell me if I need to zoom in more. Oh, thank you, Melissa. My husband went to a jeweler and had them custom made for me. Yes, I can zoom in more. There we go. Oh, my nails are, I can't remember. It's Zoya though. Okay. So we're going to start here. And I'm going to go right up the middle. This is my darkest color. Just going to take that right up the middle. And then I'm going to add it to the bottoms of all of my leaves here. And then same thing on the other side. Okay. Turn that around, 75. Okay, so now this is going to be the majority of what my leaf is. So I'm going over the darker and then I'm carrying this up quite a bit. And then my lightest color will go on the tippity tops. Which set is this greenery from? This greenery is from the mini, what is it? Mini holiday florals. This one and this one are from the mini holiday florals. This one is from the seasonal set. Ours were free. Our best man had putting the money down. He didn't want his parents to know he spent. Oh my gosh! So you just got your ring for free? That's an interesting story. All right. So there's our little eucalyptus. I'm going to very quickly blow through these ones. Same way. So I do want to share, I know that we've talked about before, and especially now that Denise has joined the chat, I'm looking at doing the tag class the second weekend of December. I started, you guys know how busy the holidays are. I don't have to tell you. And then Black Friday makes everything, that whole week of putting things together and getting them out. It's a lot. So yesterday I started working on those projects. So I am hoping to get them done. I know we always get together during the week, but I think weekends are probably best for a class. So I'm probably looking at like Saturday or Sunday. If a weekend really doesn't work, I mean, maybe we could do it on a Friday night. What do you guys think? Your family Christmas party is that date. Okay. Not December 13th. Is that Saturday, Denise? I don't have a calendar in front of me. Okay, so what about that Sunday? Maybe we'll do it on like Sunday afternoon. I mean, obviously it'll be there for replay, but I know, you know, we like to be able to kind of chit chat. So, all right, so that's the eucalyptus. And then for these ones, I'm going to do the yellow green. Sunday would work for me, but if more people want Saturday, I'll watch the replay. Sunday afternoons work after church. I think Sunday is, we're talking about, Dawn, we're talking about the free tag class. It sounds like Sunday afternoon would be fine. So, yeah, I think that's good. That's fine. All right. So now, again, we're starting with our darkest color. I'm going to go right up the middle on each one of my branches. And then I'm just right up the middle on each of the branches for the darkest color. These ones don't have a lot of leaves, so I'm just going to put the darkest color in the middle. I usually watch Amy R from 2 to 4 on Sundays, but I guess I could skip a week. Well, you could always, Lisa, you could always catch it on the replay. Like I'm not trying to mess up your usual game plan. Okay. So many people do lives now. I think we're almost like guaranteed to be overlapping. Yeah, okay, so we'll aim for that. We'll aim for Sunday after church. If Amy's on from 2 to 4, maybe we could do it like around noon or something. Though I cannot guarantee you how long it's going to take because I don't have all of my projects put together. All right. So those are the yellow green ones. I'm going to knock these out super quick. Okay. I'm trying to read the chat and color, and I got to commit to one or the other. Oh. All right. There we go. Oh, I colored on myself. That's okay. Beth Ann, I admire your crafty crafters with all your sharing and inspiring. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad that it's helpful. I mean, I struggled for a really, really long time. Probably because I got started like scrapbooking and stuff so young. Like I was 15 when I first started scrapbooking. And so, you know, I didn't have anybody at all who was into crafting or making things. Like at the time, like my mom was not, well, my mom really never was into crafting ceramics. She painted ceramics. But then like my middle sister kind of got into crafts as we got a little bit older. But not when we were younger. So I was solo. So I very much appreciate the community that we have now. All right. I'm not 100% sure on that G07. We're going to see kind of how it works out. but maybe this might be a good opportunity for us to... Oh, thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. Oh, and Bonnie, look, you guys are so kind to me. All right, so here's the 7. That looks a little bright. Okay. This is where being comfortable with a little bit of color theory can be helpful. So both, like this color starts with a 7, desaturated. This color starts with a 9, desaturated. These colors all start with a 1, a 2, a 0. So they're much more saturated. They're much brighter. However, I want them to be a little bit more subdued. So how am I going to do that? On the color wheel, if you take their complement, here is green, here is red. That is its complement. So I'm not telling you to color them red, but I am telling you that if you find a red color that is in the same vein, so these are all starting with 0, 1, 2s, you can use its complement to kind of knock it back a little bit. That's a little too red. If that happens, then we just go back in with this other color and we're happier with that. I am going to go I don't want to cover the whole thing up. Let me try this one. Let me try this one and see. Oh yeah, that's good. See, because it's not covering it up. It's just knocking back that brighter green. And so that it matches a little bit nicer. And I'm going to do these ones and you'll be able to see the difference. Okay. And remember, these are going to be like tucked. So our coloring does not need to be perfection, because you're really only going to see a little bit of it. Well, it's kind of intermixed with everything else. I put cardstock together until I find a combo I like. Same. Julie, lightest to darkest and darkest to lightest is still my mantra for blending and markers. Brandon, that, I'm telling you, I did that for years and years, and there are still some images, if I'm not comfortable coloring them, like if I'm not 100% sure where my shadows and stuff are going to go, I still go back and do that. It does take a little bit longer, but it really does help you to get more comfortable with how your markers are looking. Okay. All right, so here is the one that we went over. Let me put it over here. Here is the one that we went over, so it's a little bit more subdued. And then here is the original. So I'm just going to go back in to all of these. I'm actually going to have to get a new cloth off my roll. Can you believe it? Okay. So that's the greenery. I'm going to do the brown holder here. Okay. Do you have a right guard or anything to protect your teeth? That sounds awful. Anxiety is, yeah, anxiety is terrible. Okay. All right. So again, This one, see, I'm going to color it the opposite. So this one I picked for this side to be behind. So I'm going to switch it just so you can see the difference. And now I'm going to make this side be behind. Okay, so now you can see the two differences. This one, the loop comes across like this. This one, the loop comes across like this. Okay, so those are those. Now, what I was talking about is these. Okay, do you see how thick and fluffy this roll is? These are from scrapbook.com. They're tearaway cloths. They're washable. I'm only getting a second one because my other one is in the bathroom. I have used it for months now, washing it and everything else, and it's stayed together. And they're so affordable. And I think there's like 20 in the roll. I cannot even imagine having to buy a second roll, maybe in like 10 years, because they just work and they work together really well. Okay. So the greenery is done. Oh, I forgot about these. I forgot about these leaves. You know what? Let's do them. We're kind of going off the rails here, but I think that's okay. Sometimes it's fun to have something different. 95. All right. I'm going to color them blue. Oh, hoo are really good. They're now refillable. Those are ones that I never tried because all the videos that I watched, the colors just seemed like they were too kind of all over the place for me to get the kind of blends that I like. Okay. So now for these leaves, I'm going to add some shading at the bottom because that's where they're going to be tucked in. And then I'm going to go up the middle. Same thing for this little guy. I think he goes like this. But you can change. So like this one is going this way. You can add the shading over here because it's just a leaf. It basically is the same on either side, and then change the orientation. Same thing with these. If you want it to be a little bit fatter on the edge, I clearly need to refill my marker. You can switch them up. Okay, now I love blue. So pretty. You cannot tell me otherwise. Oh. Okay. And again, these start with 90s, so that desaturation level is going to be on par with every other, like with the other combinations that we've chose. I need to refill this whole bunch. All right. So now let's see if we can limp our way through these last ones. I do love blue, Lisa. I know, nobody knew. It was a secret. I've been keeping this whole time. Okay. I never got into Stampin' Up. I know several crafters, you guys probably do as well, who were very successful in Stampin' Up. and then chose to kind of do their own thing. Blue Leaves, it's so pretty. What Copic is this? This is the 90s family, Melissa. This is the B95, 97, and 99. It also goes out to like the lighter colors. It has a 91 and a 93 as well. Don't do this to your markers because I'm like scrubbing it, trying to get that. That's not good for your nibs. Don't do that. Okay. So those are done now. Gotta spray. Okay. Now, so I'm thinking, what if we do, I don't know if I'll like this or not. So, and then we have maybe down from here, our greenery down from there. I'm just trying to eyeball how this is going to come together. And then our mittens are going to maybe be like this. And then we'll have our little sign at the bottom. So I think this is too bright. I think that red is too bright. So I am going to, grab like a cranberry color. Nope. Nope. Where would you be if you were a dark red? Apparently, I need to do better about organizing my stuff. Too dark, too pink. Too pink? No, that should be fine. All right. The one I originally had is Poppy from Spellbinders. But it is too bright. So we're going to go with this one. This is Ruby Red from Altenew. Okay. Oh, my corner is bent. Switch. All right. So here is our canvas. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how it's going to work. So I think if we do the hearts red, do those white, the hearts red, and then maybe we'll do the gloves blue. Maybe we'll do the gloves blue. Okay. All right. So these layer on top of each other. This obviously has the detail layer. So you take your little heart out and then it will show through the color below it. And then you have these two little hearts. So you can color those and then, stick them in there or whatever. So I think I'm going to do the mittens blue. Now I got to refill, man. All right, we got to back up. If I want to do them blue, I have to refill them. And any normal person would just change the color. Any normal person would just change the color and not do them blue. I cannot find the 97 at the moment, but that's okay because that's the one that actually is still full. Okay. 95. Pardon me. Tweezers. Catherine, I did think about doing them teal, but I don't love that subdued teal with that red. These are the old refills, by the way. Some people do this by weight. I don't. I just eyeball it until it looks like it's nice and full. No normal person does it their own way. Thank you. Yeah. That is a very good point. All right. So there's that one. Now, this one. CKC. What's CKC? I don't even know what that is. Okay. I just asked that question. Brandon had the best answer. So do I need to scroll up and read Brandon's answer? Okay. So now we're going in with the 99. This one. Creating keepsakes. Oh, I should have known that. When I started scrapbooking, it was my best friend who is still, we are still friends, who's still hanging around. She was at Caitlin's rehearsal, her and my goddaughter recital on Sunday. Her mom was having a creative memories party, and she asked me to go with her, and then I was just a scrapbooking machine after that. Okay, I'm just going to go around the edge there. And the 95. Okay. Our cute little mittens. Oh, I should have zoomed back in. Well, what's done is done. Okay. So then these go here as our little base. These will go on top. And then our heart. The heart I am going to do red. This red is like this grapevine is kind of like a pinky red. No, ruby red. That's what it's called, not grapevine. It's kind of like a okay. So I'm actually gonna what do I want to do here? Let me look over here. Yeah, I think that would probably be a better, or the 50s. 59, 56. 59, 56. What is the, maybe a 37? Okay. This is a new kind of color combination for me. So we'll see how it goes. Because this color is like more pink. So that's why I switched it up. Let's zoom back in. Oh, no, that's back out. Let's zoom back in. Oh, Lord. All right. Okay. So I chose this RV69 is the pink. And then I'm going to combine that with some other more pinky reds. I might not like that, but that's okay. We don't know unless we try. Yeah, that's good if I go over the whole thing. So now we messed around, okay, with a couple of different color combinations here, but I think we achieved the goal, which was coming up with a red that matched our cardstock. So even though it was a little different color combination than what we would normally go for, I think it's going to work. So that's that. I am going to take my lightest color and just go around the edge here of my base for my little mitten. So that way when we glue them together, they still work. And all right, now let's glue what we can. So that way when we're messing around with our pieces parts, waltzing mouse. I know that's different than house mouse, right? Spellbinders has the house mouse. Oh, no, the lid wasn't all the way on. Oh, Kelly, why do you do this to yourself? Oh, no. Please work. All right. Now we're going to get another lesson. And cleaning out our glue that we didn't clean out before. Yeah, like I can feel it down there all bunched up. Normally, I would take this to the sink. I would run it underneath hot water, and then I would clean out the part that was not working. Instead, we're going to try to do it all at the desk. She's doing patterns for cross stitch now. Who is? So I don't know if you can see this here, like this piece that's being pushed out. Hopefully that means that I got rid of the blockage and we can carry on. And then that just fits right back down in there. All right. So far, so good. Claire from Waltzing Mouse. Oh. You guys know I do love a cross stitch. So, where's Susan? Susan, I saw your stocking. It was so cute. I also know that I am not as far along with mine as I would like to be. It's once Halloween hits in our house, it's just like go, go, go. So it has been kind of neglected, my little cross stitch. All right, so there's that. And then put on our little pieces here. Okay. I don't think that there is a right side to put them on, but you do want to make sure your loops are facing the same direction. That little embossed detail loop. I miss all the scrapbooking card making magazines. I used to get them all the time. I used to, because we didn't have the internet to like get inspiration from other people. So you pretty much you had to get the magazines. Okay, pop that little guy in there. All right. I think those little mittens are cute, cute, cute. Okay, so now I need to put on my snowflake. Oh. That piece was still stuck on there. Okay. Pardon me. And then we'll put our little snowflake down in the center. I was surprised MFT went out of business. Yeah. Okay. So then here is our, can we use these to hang our mittens? I think we can. And then this is the actual door hanger. And then we'll do the greenery. Do I have regrets about the bow now? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Somebody, who was it? Somebody said, don't you want a bow? And I said that I didn't, but now I do. Why am I the way I am? I have no idea. Okay. Do we have any? Nope. I was gonna look and see if I had any scraps that I could cut my things out of, but I think we pretty much used all of our real estate. So I guess I'm just gonna have to get a different one. All right. I'm going to stop sticking to my fingers. Why am I putting them all in the center, you might ask? Because I'm cheap and I want to use it as a base layer. Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely 100% should have cut the bow. I don't disagree with you. But here we are. Here we are making it work. I mean, I could do a bow with like actual twine and put it up there, but no thank you. But just simply no thank you. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Do you guys make your own? Like, do you make door signs? Do you make your own? I have bought stuff in the past to make my own. I've just never actually gotten around to doing it. Or you just buy them and hang them. One of my mom's friends makes, like, that's what she does. She makes wreaths, and then she goes to like craft fairs and sells them. All right. We're back to you know what? I'm gonna glue my little just wait so that way it's done and out of the way. Pardon me. You're making my life more difficult. Okay. One on top of the other and up and like that. No, I want you to overlap. How did I have it on the sign and now it's not working? Will that work? No, I don't like it. You have to be down farther. Sorry, I'm being a little... The products I have the most from are Ellen Hudson, but she closed too. I think Ellen still sells her stuff on Amazon. Like I remember seeing a post for new product. I'm pretty sure she still sells her stuff on Amazon. Okay, now that'll do. Ish. Maybe. I want it to be lower. Okay. Gonna have to move on from that. We'll do this and then I'll worry about that. Okay, I'm gonna color this with the same red color that we chose before, even though I didn't love it. Let's figure this out. So this one goes on top of this one. Right? And then we just marking them. Okay. And then I presume this one goes on top of this one, right? And then this goes on top of this. Flip it around, Kelly. And then the middle piece. All right. That was a lot of marking. All right, now let's spread them out. We'll zoom us back in so that we can color them. Okay. Some of these, like especially the top parts, like we're only going to see such a small amount of it. Like it's almost just like fill it in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's almost worth it to just like be like, okay, I'm just going to fill it in. And then I do like to kind of bring up, because remember, we've marked it on the outside. So if you bring those lines in just a little bit, you're less likely to have any gap when you lay the next one over top of it. That one I do want to be a little conservative with because it's closer to the top. Same thing with these, with my darker color. I'm going to pull it out, but I am going to be a little bit more conservative with how much dark I'm adding because it's right on top. No wonder you said no to the bow. It is beautiful when it's put together, but it is a lot of pieces parts. So I won't pretend like there wasn't a reason why I was skipping the bow. But once you know that you need it, you just got to suck it up and do it. Okay. Now, because of this being a little bit of a different color combination, and in order for it to read that red, even though we're going in and adding the shading with these other colors, I still need to go in with my top color and go over top of all of this to make it read more red and less pink. So it will help your colors blend because we're putting down more ink, but then also filling in any of those areas that are waiting for the lightest color to be applied. Just want to make sure that you cover all of it. Okay. All right, there we go. Now let's build our bow. Okay. I'm almost out of coffee, you guys. How will we survive? How will we survive? Okay. Oh, let me scoot this over. Sorry. I forgot we were so zoomed in. And then this guy, I can see right on the bottom that I missed getting the edge. That is the thing about coloring the white die cuts. We do want to pay attention and make sure we get the edge. So then this goes here. And I think it's so complicated because it's a double bow. I know. Well, we are coming up on the 2-hour mark. Okay. And then the middle. All right, there we go. Okay, let me clean up this little mess and recap my glue. Isn't your coffee cold by now? Melissa. I have a coffee warmer and it is amazing. And they are not very expensive. And I would highly recommend it. I have two. One was gifted to me by my son a few years ago. And that's the one that's in my craft room. And then I have another one that was gifted to me by one of you guys. And my husband uses that one. Okay. So now here's this in our, we got to come down in our hanger. Then we have our mittens. See, that's how I wanted it. And how did it get so far removed that I couldn't get it back to where this was? Okay. So now we have our mittens hanging down. Okay. And then let's do our greenery. Just kind of lay this out here and see what works. Oh, I think I need to zoom out a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Our little bow. I think our little bow is going to cover up. I think we need to move the mittens down. And then put our bow here. And then maybe, do we want to tuck some in down here? And then do, nope, I don't like that. Let's find our sentiments. Where did I set them? Oh, here they are. Okay. So we can do a little banner on the bottom. Let's figure out what our sentiment should be, and then we'll be able to figure out the happy holidays, warm winter wishes, have a holly jolly Christmas, good tidings to you and yours from our family to yours. These are good. I like the have a holly jolly Christmas. I feel like that's kind of fun, and I haven't seen anything about the gift card winners in the blog. Has anyone seen it anywhere else? I also have not seen that. I will ask about that. All right, so if we do have a holly jolly Christmas, we will need a long one. This one in between. Okay. Right? Because this is going to be, well, no, that might be okay. That might be okay. Okay. I got to get my clippers without falling out of my chair. Okay. Okay. Put these back in here. And do we want, I think we could do a couple of these little blue leaves. Lift up. Maybe up here. Make it a little bit fuller and do 2 like that, or maybe bring it down. Sometimes you got to play around with it until you find something that you're a fan of. This one might be too big. Oh no, it's better tucked under. And then we could have these kind of like up underneath there. Okay, that's not too bad. And then this one has to come down. Tuck this one under. And then do these tiny ones up here. Obviously that's not ideal, but we're getting the idea. Okay. I like that. And then I think actually I'm just going to do a white sentiment. I thought that I would heat emboss it, but well, let me I'm going to do the white around. I think we could get away with just doing white. Maybe we'll stamp it in navy. Okay. Let's... Why don't I have what I'm looking for? I have so many scraps. Okay. Let's try this. And we'll try the white. Okay. I gotta scoot these. Hi, Dana. Bye, Brandon. Okay, so let's scoot this over just a smidge. And then we're gonna... Oh. I'm just going to reuse what I got going on here, because I think that I can fit it down at the bottom of this. Try. And if not, then I have some navy. All right. Excuse me, sir. Sir, ma'am, sir, whichever. All right. I'm going to cut this one too, so I have room for both of them. Oh, I keep scraps. I got a whole bucket of scraps. Okay. I'm going to do that one second. I'm going to do this one first because it's easier to clean up, quite honestly. Sentiment is still on the card, Kelly. All right, so I'm going to do this here. Maybe over a little bit more. Okay. And I'm going to... Oh, my light's falling. Did you see that? I bumped it. Okay. Let me look. Where, oh, where is my... Oh, here it is. Okay. Right. So I'm using Gina's in the navy. Because we got the red in the background. I only have the Mini Misty, but I've outlawed Big Tim Holtz Stamper. I'm pretty sure they only sell that overseas. I think that was the agreement that they came to, was they could sell it, but they could only sell it. They couldn't sell it in the US. It's been a long time though. Okay. All right, so there's that. We'll see. I'm going to die cut that out before I commit to doing the heat embossing of the other one, because if I like this, then we're good. We don't have to do the other step. And I have to die cut them separately anyway, so. Are Gina inks like distress inks or the oxides? They're not like oxides. They are dye inks. So they're, I mean, I guess they would be more like the distress inks, but they're not, that looks crooked. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to tell once you put the tape on there if it's straight or not. And that did not look like it stayed where I put it. All right. There we go. Maybe just one piece of tape. Okay. And we'll pop that out. Going to bring our card over here, put that on, and meh, I don't love it. I wish I did, but I don't. So on to the next. So now we are going to heat emboss after I clean this off. Because I don't want to contaminate. Oh, I need to turn on my heat gun. Okay. Oh no, I didn't anti-static it. Oh, here's hoping. Please don't do me dirty. All right, definitely could be worse. So I'm not going to complain. I forgot to anti-static it. That was my own fault. It definitely could have come out a little better, but it absolutely could have come out way worse. So I'm just going to be grateful for what I have. Okay, make sure it's cool. And then we will line up to die cut. Did anyone watch May May's video yesterday about the mini Misty? So could I tell you, I met her in real life. I met her at CHA, and she was very kind and very sweet. Lovely lady. But I actually had no idea who she was. I had no clue who she was. And my girlfriend, like after she came and left, and she was very like sweet and kind. And then after she walked away, Jen Cray, who is one of my girlfriends, she was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe May stopped by." And I was like, "Is that a big deal? Is that a big deal?" I had no idea. Okay, so I do think I like the blue better, but you guys, what do you think? White? White matches with what we've got going on. Also, I kind of want to trim this so it has a white border. So, okay, we'll just keep both of them for now because we have no idea what we're doing. We're going to trim this. White, blue, blue. I'm going to trim this down just a smidge so that I can have a little bit of a white border. You guys know I love a border. If you had a black border, it would work. You mean with the navy or with the white, Denise? Maybe offset the white with the blue. I like that. I do like that idea. All right. So now let's find our, remember this guy we die cut out of? Okay. So let's see if we have a white border, and I gotta scoot you out. We're just eyeballing, remember. So this doesn't have to be perfection. And then our little door hanger. Okay, so you get like so. And then we have the white, which I do like, or the blue. Shockingly, I think I like the white. So let's see if we offset it. Let's see if we do double duty. If we do them together, I actually don't mind that either. But I think I just want it to be on the bot like that. I think that is better. And then we'll fill in with some gems and stuff. Bonnie is right. The blue does stand out more, but I think that that's the problem because the focal point should work together. When I put just the blue there, my eye is immediately drawn to the sentiment and not the entire piece. So when we put the white there, everything, you look at everything as one piece. I do think I like the shadow. And then maybe we could do some white or blue pearls. I'm not 100. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not 100% on either one of them. I wonder if let's try this. Because they are, and this is where my husband is like, girl, just make a choice and wrap it up. I can't. I literally cannot. I literally cannot. I'm just not made that way. All right, so I wonder if we cut blue out of the next size up. I think that might help us bring it all together. All right, let me cut this and see. Okay. All right, so now this is the next size up. So let's see if we layer them together. No, I don't like that. Yeah, Dawn, help me out here. All right, so actually Hockey made a suggestion that we do the blue, but we do it with the markers. And maybe that's the way to go. So this one obviously will wipe out the sentiment, but it will keep us from having to do it twice if it won't work. So I'm just going to color this just like I did the mittens. And we'll see if that works. Okay. And then we would put that down here. Okay. I still don't like that. Dawn says white with try white with red. Okay. I'm not opposed to that. I will give that a try. Oh, thank you, Melissa, for reminding about the likes. I'll remember to anti-static this time. Let's try this again. I'm terrible about being like and follow and like, subscribe. I'm really just bad about all of it. Like, I want you to do those things, but also I'm not a salesman. So it's a struggle. All right. Now, that's Dawn. That's originally why I picked the blue. But once it's on there, I don't actually like it. Okay. Maybe. Oh. I bumped it and I lost all my pieces parts. That's what I get for being so indecisive. Normally, I'm much more make a decision and go with it. All right. Hopefully I got everything. Let's try it again. I think this one is too long. Yeah, we got to go back to the other size. This one was the right size, I think. So some of you guys, if you have been in here since the beginning and you haven't refreshed, you might only be seeing like 8 likes or something like that. Whereas if you joined later, you might be seeing more. It's probably just because it has not, your feed hasn't been refreshed. That's all. How long does it take from the time you come up with an idea to the time you have product in hand? Well, you've just witnessed it. It takes me about 2-ish hours typically to complete a card. Okay. All right. Now, look, I got dog hair on it now because it fell off my desk. All right. We shall try again. If at first you don't succeed, sign. Door hanger. Mittens. Lower mittens. Sentiment. All of the greeneries. And I think we decided we were going down, right? Okay. This little guy was down here, tucked under. Same over here. And then those little guys were on top. Oh, see, I lost one of these somewhere in the draping of things. Nope, I didn't. I found him. Okay. Nope, that's a lie. I didn't. I have to hunt him down. All right. So there's that. And then this guy. And then the bow. I don't, from the time you design your die stamps. Oh, you mean like when I'm illustrating, Melissa? Is that what you mean? Okay. I don't love it, but I don't dislike it any more than I liked any of the other things. So typically from the time that we decide what we're doing, there's like 2 or 3 months in between when the concept is come up with and when it is actually due. Some things takes me longer to draw than others. And nope, don't like that. Try white background instead of red. Oh, my child is home from school. Excuse me 1 second. Hey, buddy. I'm in the middle of a live, so can we not tear the house down? Thank you so much. Normally, I am done by the time he is getting home from school, so that's not something I typically have to worry about. All right, I still don't. Love it. All right. Well, we're going to put together what we can because I still don't love it. So we'll put together what we can, and then I'll finish it out with the sentiment and stuff. Maybe after the fact. Okay. I draw in Procreate, Melissa. Other people, like Dawn, like when Dawn illustrates, she does it direct. She does Procreate, but she can also do it directly in Adobe Illustrator. I am not that well versed in Illustrator. So I do mine in Procreate, and then I have to take it into Illustrator and turn it into something else. The sentiment heat embossed under the door hanger. You mean like where the bow is, Dawn? All right, I'm going to adhere this down further so that I have room for everything. Oh, I got to put my door hanger on, so let me just leave that up a little. Okay. Under the whole thing. Oh, not connected to the sign. So you're just saying underneath the whole. So like down here, obviously the blue one's the closest, but you just mean like straight down there. That is an idea. Okay. So much cardstock to glue down. All right, there we go. Okay. I'm just going to kind of lay these here. I'm not going to push them down because I know that I got to slide some things underneath them. But it's a lot harder to do to know where to slide the other ones when you don't have anything to go off of. I don't have a computer right now. I used to do Illustrator and Photoshop years ago. Oh, Cat Scrapper, you don't have to miss her stamps. She designs for Honeybee Stamps and she designs for Pink Fresh. And she's released 2 with Spellbinders. So you could just go find them there. I agree. She has a wonderful style. Okay. Down, up, down, up. I think I'm going to go up. I think I want you to come down a little. And then you go up. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's one way to word it, Dawn. Okay. And then these go here. I do want to move those down. Okay. And then the blue ones, we're going to tuck up underneath here. I can't wait until you do unfiltered joint street. Those are after hours, Denise. We can't be popping on here at 2 in the afternoon with our business. We got to do it after dark. I got to do it after dark. Okay. I do not know where this other leaf went. I wish I knew. They're not going to be symmetrical, but we're going to make it work. Other way, Kelly. Okay. Let's see if I can get away with just one. No, it really does need to. Okay. Did it go under something? It just was all right here, and now is it under my glass mat? Yep. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, and then this, because there's so much built up on the sides, I am going to have to put some foam tape in the center here. Otherwise, it will not, it's not going to stay. So I'll put glue on the rest of it, but in that centerpiece, because I have so much cardstock built up on either side of it, I have to. There we go. I'm just going to smush that on there. Oh, thank you so much, Donna. Thank you for spending your time with me. All right, so Dawn says maybe do it down here. And you know, that's not a bad idea, because we do have a lot going on up top. I do typically like my sentiments to be a bit tighter. What did we do with the other one? What if we scooted it up? Nope. Yeah. Where's the, oh, we colored the white one blue. So I think maybe if we pop it up and put it down there. That might be better. So close. Okay. Oh, Barbara, I'm glad to hear that you're on the mend. That is a lot. Okay. Okay, there's that. And then let's do our sparkles. Glue down there. There you go. Okay. And then we'll do our white gel pen. Details. Okay. Our little bows. And we can also kind of add some little details, extending out our snowflake. We could do a border around that as well. I'm not going to do that though, because I don't want to make them completely disjointed. We'll do the pearls. There it is, sitting underneath of my markers. I was like, I know we had a, I know that I had this. Where did it go? And then over here. Okay. I think I am okay with that. Okay. I would put the pearls on the greenery, but it's your card. Yeah, I'm not putting them in the greenery. If I wanted to put berries up there, I would do like the red or the maroon ones, but I don't think it needs it. I think I'm okay with how it looks. Because the bottom felt like it needed something. Okay, so let me. Oh, I know what you meant, Dawn. I know what you meant. Okay, so here is our finished card. It took us a while. We finally got there. I do think it's super cute. So, yeah, we have to pick a winner. Okay. Let's scroll. We're scrolling back. We're scrolling back. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go back. Okay. Under a pile of papers, you are the winner for the $25 gift card. So congratulations. Yay. And thank you for the compliment. I'm glad that you're learning from the coloring. So you are going to send an email to Betsy at customercare@honeybeestamps.com, and she will hook you up with your gift card. She's usually pretty fast too, so you should have it in no time whatsoever and get yourself a little Christmas gift with it. So thank you guys so much for spending your time with me. I appreciate you. I know that it was a long one today, but we finally made it through and got it done. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. All right. Well, then I will see you on Monday. Monday for our regular premiere. So, all right, guys, have a good rest of your week. I'll see you later.